You are using Bitcoin wrong. If you want to get rich in 2024, simply buying Bitcoin in the hopes that the price is going to go up, it's probably not really going to cut it anymore. Oh, you'll make money, but you're not going to get rich. If you want to acquire real wealth with Bitcoin, and let's face it, if you can afford to buy one Bitcoin today at $45,000, whatever it is, the time you're watching this video, then congratulations, because you're probably already kind of rich. Assuming Bitcoin's only around like 5% of your total investment portfolio, then you're probably sitting on just an investment portfolio worth what, $1 million? Yeah, you're doing okay. For everybody else, it's not really an option, requiring you to think outside the box a little bit. If you want to get rich with Bitcoin in 2024, this is where Bitcoin Layer 2 comes in. This is the biggest opportunity to get rich right now with Bitcoin. It has basically existed in a decade. Fade this trend of BRC20 tokens at your peril. And especially if you're that guy and you're still trying to get your first Bitcoin, then listen up. Remember, when Ethereum was just plain old boring ETH back in the day, there's no DeFi, there's no layer 2s, there's no meme coins, no NFTs, no Uniswap, just a token with the promise of smart contracts someday. Well, the introduction of layer 2s really kicked the door wide open for Ethereum users. That is to say, applications on top of Ethereum, giving us more opportunities to get, well, richer than ever with ETH. Well, guess what? That same door is currently being kicked wide open on Bitcoin thanks to the invention of the BRC20 technology. This new tech inscribes individual Satoshis, the smallest units of Bitcoin, with smart contract data, making Bitcoin more versatile than ever before. Despite the decade-long rumor that Ethereum was designed as like a layer 2 for Bitcoin, which of course it wasn't, the truth is that BRC20 technology has been released and was actually discovered, interestingly, back in 2017. It was Bitcoin developers who said, no way, and they reduced the amount of data that Bitcoin was capable of holding. But you can't keep a good idea down forever. Bringing us to the last year, when the introduction of BRC20s created billions in new trading volume and new wealth for Bitcoin and Bitcoin holders, and the beginning of an entirely new way to get rich in the Bitcoin ecosystem, turning Bitcoin kind of into like a new Ethereum, which is kind of crazy to say after all this time. Unlike, of course, the failing adoption of the Lightning Network, so much promise, never really took off in a big way. BRC20, though, is being welcomed with wide open arms by crypto communities and companies, taking this new tech from an experimental niche to potential mainstream adoption. Guess what? You're super early if you're watching this video. While compatibility outside of Bitcoin, of course, remains limited, there's no doubt that BRC20 has presented us with, well, a very new and interesting opportunity to make the big ka-ching with Bitcoin. But as so often happens in Bitcoin, it is not without its controversy. Before we talk about that, if you're not yet signed with the Wealth Mastery newsletter, then I got news for you. You are missing out. What are you waiting for? This is the most alpha-packed newsletter in the entire cryptocurrency industry. Weekly updates on stuff like BRC20 tokens, as well as altcoin alpha, crypto news. Yeah, we cover the news in the newsletter. I know, wild. DeFi, airdrops. Some of the airdrops we've made have made tens of thousands of dollars already. Join our 100,000 plus weekly readers by signing up for free. Link down below. Back to Bitcoin. So, of course, with every innovation comes opposition. And just like back in 2017, some community members and some developers, they are not happy with BRC20 tokens at all. They want to shut the whole damn thing down, calling this new technology nothing more than spam on the network. They don't like it. So far, their attempts to remove this from Bitcoin have backfired. You're not using Bitcoin the right way, guys. Calling to, of course, the question of true decentralization of Bitcoin if they were to get their way. And yes, again, developers are saying, yeah, BRC20 is nothing more than spam. Look, they're increasing transaction times. Look, they're increasing the fees, although miners are making more money, so that's a positive. But look, there's no denying that BRC20 has opened up a new chapter, a new use case for Bitcoin. And it's something not to be easily dismissed, if you ask me. In fact, by the time we're all long gone and all the Bitcoin has been mined, a Bitcoin layer 2 or a very vibrant Bitcoin layer 2 ecosystem, very vibrant token ecosystem would help keep incentives high for longer for miners to continue maintaining the network and keeping security high, which is exactly why Ordinals has been such a success so far. making collecting fees from BRC20 transactions more profitable than block rewards for the first time in years, with over $150 million in fees collected by miners so far. Anyone who's trying to shut down or destroy BRC20, it's just for personal ideological reasons. It's not what the community wants. It's not what Bitcoin users want. They want BRC20 because, of course, the more money stewards of a network can make, obviously, the more appealing it is to continue participating. The community wins, miners win, everybody's winning, except for some salty developers. Growing the usage and versatility of Bitcoin is in the best interest of anyone, if you ask me. And now that we've got, okay, all that out of the way, right? That's what it is. Now it's time to talk about, okay, Lark, how do I make the ka-ching with this new technology? First thing you need is a wallet. With funding from BINANCE Labs and other major crypto companies, you probably want to check out Unisat. Unisat's currently the best gateway into the Bitcoin Layer 2 ecosystem. There are a few other options out there, of course, but Unisat is kind of the most user-friendly wallet available and one getting kind of most adoption. Everyone's kind of ending up on Unisat. You'll find a link for that one down below in the description. Creating a BRC20 wallet follows the same process as any other Bitcoin or crypto wallet, requiring you to do all the usual stuff. Verify your passphrase, safely store your private keys, yada, yada, yada. The only difference here is that you'll need to choose the Taproot option as the final step when creating your new wallet. Now, once your wallet is set up, it's time to fund it. You can either use the copy tab next to your address or click receive to get your QR code. Paste this address into the wallet that you want to receive funds from and hit send, or of course from a centralized exchange that you're sending funds from. No hoops required, nothing crazy. Very simple to fund your wallet. Now, once you got some BTC, some Bitcoin sitting in your Unisat wallet, you're ready to go. You're ready to start experimenting, having fun. We're going to focus on two main ways you can capitalize on this new opportunity. The first is through inscriptions. So you can just head over to Unisat and choose the inscribe option. This is a super easy way to create and sell your very own NFTs. Name your Satoshis or launch a token. Have some amazing art ideas? Go check it out. Might be worth your time. Could be the place to do it. The default option lets you create Bitcoin NFTs by uploading images, video, even audio files, even entire applications. Pretty crazy. Thus allowing you to develop anything that you'd like to sell on the Unisat marketplace. Now, the next option is, of course, creating your own domain name. This lets you imbue those sats with unique domains that can then be sold for a healthy profit. Hopefully, of course, hopefully all this stuff is not without risk. Obviously, investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Next is naming Satoshis. Now, this option lets you create rare and unique sets that can be shared and sold later on. Lastly, and perhaps the best way to get rich, to make it big in the BRC20 gold rush, creating your own BRC20 tokens, perhaps. Similar to launching a smart contract on Ethereum. Here's where you can actually go and mint the namesake and the amount of tokens that you'd like to create or to transfer using the Bitcoin network. Now, you might be thinking, how is this supposed to make me rich, Lark? Come on, man. Well, I'll tell you this. Glad you asked, by the way. You're supposed to sell them, of course, with individual inscriptions already selling for more than 10 Bitcoin. Crazy stuff, right? The economic opportunity is 100% there for early adopters. Obviously, that's how you can make your own ones. You can also buy other people's and flip and speculate on them and find serious teams doing serious stuff, right? So far, BRC20 has been one of the big trends in Bitcoin in the last year, and major auction houses like Sotheby's are already out there riding on that train, riding that BRC20 train. Your potential in this new marketplace is limited only by your imagination. Those who put in the time, put in the work to find the new hot things, even try to make some of your own stuff, stand a good chance to reap rewards in the future. And if you're not the creative type, no worries, because that second option has you covered too. And you can find the next hot BRC20 project or ordinal by taking the time to try to analyze the marketplace, find out what the next big hot thing's going to be, and you get in early and buy low, sell high. You already did your research, know exactly what you're looking for, right? Then you use the tab and search bar to find what you want to buy, and then you buy it. Not sure what projects are available? Well, use the BRC20 option to find new and existing BRC20 tokens based on their current stats. Now, once you find the project that you want to invest in, of course, click on the trade button and make it yours. Another great way to find potential profits is by scrolling to the bottom of the marketplace. Now, here you're going to see the different projects with the most upward price potential, we say, not to say the safest, mind you, but you can find out what's trending in the market as well. But what you shouldn't do is totally sit on the sidelines waiting for this new ecosystem to just go away, because it's probably not going to go away. It's probably going to go up. Also, do you want Bitcoin airdrops? Bitcoin airdrops? What? Well, good news, because they're here and they're happening. Holders of early ordinal collections like Bitcoin punks are already making thousands and thousands of dollars on airdrops. It's happening, man. With AI predicting big things for the BRC20 ecosystem this year, with lots of money coming into the fundraising space for different Bitcoin Layer 2 stuff, Bitcoin Layer 2 could be an incredible opportunity for those who are getting in early. If you love Bitcoin, you might not want to miss out on this opportunity. All right. And that's, of course, just the BRC20 craze. The next year is also going to see the release of all kinds of stuff. So many new Layer 2 networks coming out and bringing a new range of DeFi protocols, lending markets, and perpetual DEXs, and all this kind of stuff coming to Bitcoin. 2024 is going to see a long-awaited and much welcome explosion of new ideas, new innovations, and new technology happening on the Bitcoin network. And as with all trends, early adopters tend to be the ones to be the biggest winners. So good luck and have fun. And one final note here too. This is all fun. More risk, obviously, than just holding your Bitcoin. If you don't want to take those additional risks, you don't have to. You don't have to ape into every new narrative. But here it is. Here's how to do it. If you want to do it, obviously ape safely. But you can also just watch from the sidelines, hold your Bitcoin for the long term, and just chill. That's also something you can do, okay? But here it is for those of you who want a little more adventure in your lives. Have fun.